Hello, good evening. Welcome to our day 8 of our 21-day journey together. It's nice to be back with you. I'm Kerry from the San Francisco Bay Area, and I've been practicing and teaching Sahaja Yoga for more than 30 years. Um, and it's helped me so much in so many different ways. And so if you're new here tonight, and you'd like to review what we've already covered, you can watch the recordings on our website. Or you can wait until the end of today's program and send a message in the Zoom chat to Breakout Room Help. And a Sahaja Yoga teacher will provide an introduction and answer any questions that you have. And since Sahaja Yoga is really all about the experience, we want to make sure that you have the initial experience. So please do that if you're brand new, and don't worry about what we've done so far. We'll cover everything again and again. We layer it, so there's plenty of opportunity to catch up. So yesterday we focused on what you're feeling while you're clearing chakras with the bandhans. And today we're going to use a new technique called the ice treatment. So we'll be using an ice pack like this to cool down our right side on the liver, and we'll have a presenter to help with that. So you can get your ice treatment ready. This is any kind of ice that you would use. If you had a bump or a bruise, you would have an ice block, or you can use the flexible gel, or you could simply have a little baggie filled with ice. That will suffice. It doesn't have to be anything too high tech. So tonight we're going to have a great show, and we're going to have two presenters, and we'll have two guided meditations. And of course, we'll have a short speech from our founder, Shri Mataji. And we're really excited to have live music tonight from India. So the program will be 1 hour. And then after, we're going to have questions and answers. So you'll have an opportunity to ask questions, and our presenters will give some insight into some of the deeper subjects, or just some of the experiences you might have questions about. So Sahaja Yoga, I want to remind you, is always free. It's very grassroots. It's person-to-person sharing. So there's never a charge for Sahaja Yoga or any of the presentation materials. At this time, I'd like to introduce our presenters and our musician. So why don't you all come on and join me? And I'd like to introduce first our musician tonight will be Rhitom Sakar. And he's here with us today from Calcutta, India. So we're really excited to have you. And I know that you've joined us in the Bay Area too. So
Yeah.
have that link. So he's a good friend of ours here in California. And he's, like I said, he's tuning in from India. So we're really pleased to have you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you so much for the
Yeah, it's
opportunity.
an international program tonight. So he's played the Indian slide guitar for over 33 years, and he regularly tours. And like I said, he's come to California and around the United States in different countries. He also teaches slide guitar, and his website is posted in the chat. So do check out his website as well. All right, and then why don't we have the others tell us something about themselves? So Hitoshi, why don't you introduce yourself and let us know where you're tuning in from tonight?
Yes. Hello, everyone. I'm Hitoshi. I'm a Sahaja Yoga practitioner since 1992. And I'm based in Japan, Tokyo. And I'm truly honored to join you in this 21-day course. And today I want to talk about our right channel in the subtle system.
Awesome. Okay, so and then Julia, we have another friend. I was just saying we could say we're all in the Pacific Rim here, Japan and Seattle and California. So Julia, you want to tell
Cool.
us a little bit about yourself and where you're tuning in from?
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name's Julia. I've had a chance to meditate with a few of you this past week, so looking forward to this meditation again today. I'm joining you from Seattle, which we can't say is sunny like California or India, maybe closer to Japan. And it's been a really busy day, so learning about the right side sounds really wonderful. And this ice pack, I'm looking forward to doing that together. So can't wait to
Terrific.
meditate today with all of you.
Okay, terrific. So without further ado, we will go to the ice pack with Hitoshi from Japan. So take it away, Hitoshi.
Okay, so now ice pack. And as you might remember, we have two sides to our being. And today we are going to talk about the right side. And if you see this diagram, you can see the yellow line. This is the right side of our being. And right side corresponds to our future planning and also actions. And this is the energy that fuels our mental and physical activities. And if you see the diagram, the yellow one, it starts from the second chakra. And this second chakra is called Swadhisthana. This is like a dynamo of our system. It's a power source. And physically, it corresponds to the liver, the organ. And it's connected to our liver. And partly the third chakra is also covering this area. And the third chakra is called Nabi. So the power of our right channel comes from Swadhisthana and partly from Nabi, second and third chakra. And this liver is considered as the abode of our attention, our creativity, and our ability to interact with the world in and around us. So now our attention is a bit like a computer, in the sense of too many programs are running at once. Everything slows down, or it might even crash because of overload. And our system is quite similar to that. So when this channel is overloaded, our awareness can become cluttered, often with racing thoughts, leading to anxiety or even irritability. It then becomes challenging to tap into the calm, meditative state, and that brings true peace and joy. But the good news is that restoring balance of the right side is quite simple, as cooling down this vital area. And here's something practical. Actually, I have an ice pack at my side, so it's something like this. And another type is like this. And I have this one also. This is a simple Ziploc with the ice cubes inside. So you can choose whatever the kind you like. And we can directly apply this to our liver area. And liver is actually on our right abdominal area under the rib cage on the right side. So we can apply it just like this. So if you have it, you can do that. And today, another effective technique is foot soaking to cool down our right side and the whole system in general, actually. So this is a method we've introduced several times in previous sessions. So if you are new to this, you can go back to the recordings of our past 2 previous sessions on YouTube. So otherwise, many of you likely, have your setup ready. So a small container filled with lukewarm salt water and a towel, to wipe your feet after rinsing them by the prepared water. So I think it's now nice to, it's better to do it without talking too much. So let's go for the actual ice pack with foot soaking. So let us, those who have foot soaking bucket in front of you, so let us soak our both feet into the water. So now we can sit nicely. And we will move into meditation session with the ice pack on. So if you have an ice pack, we can apply it on our liver. Again, the location of the liver is under the rib cage on our abdominal area on the right side. We can hold the ice pack on our left hand and apply it directly on our liver area. If it's too cold, I think I mean you don't need to directly apply it on your skin. Of course, you can do it over the layers. So now I'd like you to get comfortable, seated in a relaxed position with hands on our laps, palm upwards. If you like, you can close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Before the ice pack, I think we need to raise our kundalini and put bandhan. So let's raise our kundalini, making knots. First time we can make 1 knot, and second time 2 knots. And third time we can make 3 knots. We will make half circle back and forth 7 times for the 7 chakras. And we can bow down to the Shri Mataji's photo. So again, let's raise our kundalini from the bottom of our spine to the top of our heads. That's the Sahasrara chakra, the 7th chakra. Here we become one with the all-pervading divine love. Let's pray to Mother Kundalini, Mother Kundalini. Please make me one with this all-pervading divine love. Please establish the connection. Please strengthen the connection, the yoga. Let us put back our right hands on our laps, palm upwards. Now let us take the ice back and then right on our right Svadhisthana chakra, on the liver, by our left hands. As if we have learned, this center is the center of the attention. So we can pray within ourselves, Mother Kundalini, please purify my attention. Please remove all the impurity, all the excessive heats and toxins from this second and third chakra. Mother Kundalini, please make me realize that I am a part and parcel of the whole. Mother Kundalini, please make me completely effortless. as all the living work is done by you. I do nothing. Please remove all the anxiety about the future. Please remove all the tensions and pressure from my right side. Mother Kundalini, verily you are the doer. I surrender myself to this living work that you do. Additionally, we can put our ice pack on the left side of our brain here. Actually, this is the place where all the heat accumulates eventually. So we can ice this part a little bit. We can say, Mother Kundalini, please remove all the heat from my ego. Let's put side ice pack. And let's sit down nicely with the back straight. And let's raise our Kundalini again, using our right hands to the top of our heads. And let us check if you can feel the gentle, cool breeze at the top of our heads by our hands. If you feel it cool, then no problem. If you don't, then that's okay also. But bringing the attention at the top of our head itself helps us to be in balance. We can put both our hands on our heart level and see if you can feel a similar cool sensation on our fingertips or on our palms. As we have learned, there are corresponding places, fingers, to our each chakras. Let's put back our hands. Another way to cool down our right channel is to put our left hands to the sky, just like this. This is to get the help of the sky element. The element of the sky is the ether. So we can stay just like this for a minute. We can pray, Mother Kundalini, please cleanse my whole right side. And let's conclude our meditation session. We can rinse out our feet by the pure water, and we can wipe our feet by towel, which is prepared. Let us put aside our container so that we can continue to meditate. Make sure that our attention is above our heads. In this meditative state, let us listen to Shri Mataji speech.
On your fingertips, you can feel the centers of other person. If something is fishy, you can feel it. If somebody is cheating you, you can feel it. Everything. Your fingers speak. This is what Muhammad Sahib has said. At the time of resurrection, your hands will speak clearly. How can hands speak? This is how, because all these 5 fingers are the centers, 6th and 7th center. One on the physical side, another on the physical and also mental side is the right side, and the emotional side on the left side. These are 2 different systems within us which people are not understanding, that there are 2 channels within us. What we call as the autonomous nervous system has got parasympathetic nervous system in the center, but there are 2 left and right sympathetic nervous systems. And these are the 2 systems that are enlightened on your fingertips, by which you know exactly what is wrong with you, what centers you are catching. That is self-knowledge. People will go mad, but they will not know they are getting mad. They will have cancer, they will not know they are having cancer. This indication tells you exactly what's wrong with you. Now, if you know how to correct your centers, you can correct the centers of others also. Then also, there's another achievement is that you become collectively conscious. Means you can feel others on your fingertips. You can feel others on your fingertips. Who is the other? That's what we think. But nobody is the other. We are part and parcel of one spiritual personality. And once somebody has problem, we immediately know there's a problem. Because on the fingertips you can feel it. This is true knowledge. It's not some sort of reading a book or some sort of a thing, but is a true knowledge within yourself, which you know yourself, which we call as cognitive science, which works within yourself. You don't have to go out to read anything, to understand anything. Your own being itself is a complete computer, I should say, which tells you what's what, who is what. We have no idea as to what we are. We have not been given any idea as to what potential we have. It's tremendous, it is. It is tremendous. And if it works, it will work for you, for your family, for your children, for your city, for your nation, and for the whole world. So this has to become a collective understanding within yourself, not mentally. Mental understanding is just temporary and passes on. But it's an actualization, again and again I say, it's the actualization of the knowledge within yourself. Then they talk only of that. They talk in the words of chakras, of the centers. That person is this, that person has got this, I have got these. Now, on your fingertips, which gives you a perfect answer for everything. Then it looks after you, it protects you, it guides you, as I told you, and guides you in the right way, manner. And how it achieves things is wonderful. So we have to first and foremost understand that we have to have that spatial personality of a self-realized personality, which will really help and care for others. It's not just talking, it's not just reading, it's not just following some false guru, but it is following yourself, which is to show that you are your own master. You become your master and you know everything about everything. This is the potential in all of you. As I said, it is not only for few people, it's not for only black-white people, but it's also meant for people who are uneducated, who are living in the villages, who are very simple people. It works for all of them, and when it works, you'll be amazed how it transforms you and transforms others. And you become so confident about yourself. You don't doubt yourself because there's an absolute knowledge on your fingertips. It is something that is within you which you should achieve. Of course, for this you should know that so far you have not known, so you have to know. As long as you have this attitude, it will work out. I cannot force, Sahaja Yoga cannot force on anyone self-realization. It cannot be forced. It has to be asked for. Unless and until you knock the door, it won't work out. It works out for people only who really want it and who want to become self-realized. As a result, you don't have any responsibilities. It's only the responsibility of the all-pervading power that does everything for you, that looks after you, that guides you and takes you to the right places, to the right situations, and guides you in such a manner that you are amazed. How is it? How is it working? How is it working out? There will be no meaning left to any miracles. But these miracles are not like taking out a diamond and things like that. But it's a miracle how the circumstances will change, how people will change, how you will become such a joyous, lovable personality. On this subject, I don't know how many lectures I have given, and there's no end to it. But I would say that you should take your realization and go into our programs, whatever they have, and grow into it. Because you take some time to grow, like a seed sprouts, but it takes time to become a tree. But hardly 1 month at the most. And don't have to pay there also, again I'll tell you. Nothing has to be paid. You just give some time to yourself and it will work out. When you have mastered it, you'll be amazed what you can do. A month at the most. Some people just get it and they don't have to do anything, just they know. But most of the people have to do it. It improves everything, your thinking capacity, in the sense your brains get enlightened. You become a very large-hearted personality. And other things that we think of prosperity and all that, all comes through. This I'm just telling you, like a mother would like to give a castor oil with little chocolate on top. But main thing is you must know yourself how great you are. That is what every mother wants her child to know. That's my only desire is in America, if it spreads. In that manner, it will all be a great thing, a great boon for the whole world. May God bless you.
Thank you, Rhitom, for such beautiful music. Let's continue our meditation.
Julia, we cannot hear you.
And I'm going to move a little bit closer.
Now we can.
Great. So let's continue our meditation in silence together, everyone. And allow the beautiful melodies of the slide guitar to continue around us. Again, we relax our breath, allowing our attention, our awareness to rise inside. And as we continue to clear the right side, the right channel, we allow all of our mental planning, all of the overactivity of the day to dissipate, to relax. And we come into center, into the balance. So let's place both hands towards the earth, towards the floor. And to clear the first energy center on the right side, let's silently say inside, asking this mother energy, this Kundalini, to please remove any blockages, keeping us from our spiritual journey, to remove any imbalances, taking us out of meditation. We just let it go. Bringing our hands back onto our lap, we'll take our left hand and place it on the second energy center on the right-hand side of our body, where the torso meets the hip. And here we'll ask this energy to please nourish and soothe our second energy center. And to help us feel completely silent in this moment. Rather than paying attention to any pain or discomfort, any plans, any analysis, we let it go. And we allow our awareness, this capacity of our mental functioning, our attention, to be silent and calm, to be blank, so that the colors of the day aren't in the way. Moving our hand up to the stomach on the right-hand side, we ask this energy inside to please give us complete peace. Again, we allow ourselves to take a few slow, deep breaths, relaxing our stomach. I don't want to think about the future. In this moment, I am completely at peace inside. Let's raise our hand to the right heart. And here we tend to carry a lot of tension, a lot of stress. This energy center stores our true responsibilities. So let's take a moment to nourish this chakra. And we can say silently to ourselves, I let go of any responsibilities that are not true to myself. I get rid of my work responsibilities. I get rid of any responsibilities that give me pressure, that give me stress. Please help me to know the true responsibilities of myself, of my spirit. We want to be honorable. We want to be good. And any stress, any tension taking us out of balance, we let go. Let's shake off our hand a little bit and place our hand on the right-hand side of our throat, where the neck meets the shoulder. We can turn our head to the left just so that there's no strain. And to help nourish this energy center, instead of on the left-hand side, we've been focusing on removing any guilt that we feel. For this fifth chakra, on the right-hand side, we let go of any anger, any speech that was harsh to others. any sarcasm, anything that keeps our communication from being sweet, from being kind, from being true. So to nourish this energy center, we can say to this energy inside, please help me to communicate with dignity and remove any reactions of anger which keep me from expressing myself sweetly. Let's bring our hand back onto our lap. And let's take our right hand now and place it across our forehead. And to nourish and soothe the sixth energy center, the Agya chakra, we let go of any tension, any mental activity that tries to take us out of balance. We let go of our futuristic thinking. We let go of our analysis. And we give ourselves permission to experience the silence of our meditation. Now let's stretch our hand to the top of the head. And again, we can just keep it with a little bit of pressure. You can massage it if you like, or you can keep your hand flat. And let's allow our awareness, our attention, to rest at this seventh energy center. Into this state of meditation. We can bring our hand back onto our lap. And let's just sit for a few moments in silence together. We're aware of everything that's going on around us, but it doesn't impact us. We're just watching. So let's raise our Kundalini together and give ourselves a bandhan to conclude this meditation. And before we open our eyes, let's just take a moment to see, how am I feeling right now? How am I feeling compared to when I started our meditation? Great. So I just wanted to take a few moments before I pass it over to Kerry for a few more announcements to talk about a little bit further how we can meditate at home. And I've invited you to one of my meditation spaces. So I have a small area in my home where I like to do morning meditations. And in addition to meditating together on 21 days, we recommend trying to meditate for a little bit in the morning or whenever you need a boost. And for your individual meditations, it's really lovely to have a nice quiet space in your home where you can come and sit and really get into that state of meditation where you have that peace and quiet. So we wanted to share a little bit about how to set up that space. And so as you can see here, I have my photo of Shri Mataji, which we wanted to talk a little bit and introduce today. So as we talked about yesterday, you have started to experience the capacity to feel vibrations, whether it's that coolness or some tingling. And vibrations, they flow all around us in everything. Whether it's in nature, we feel better, we feel lighter. In photographs, whenever we're talking to others, we can actually start to see what do we feel. And so what we've noticed, or at least what I've felt and many others who practice this meditation have experienced, is that every photograph has vibrations. And Shri Mataji, the founder of Sahaja Yoga, her photograph actually carries quite a lot of vibrations. So we recommend that one nice tool is to download a photo of Shri Mataji and have it in your meditation space. And it's nice that the photographs, when they're in a glass frame surrounded by some natural material like wood or metal, they tend to have very strong vibrations, which allow our kundalini to rise further and to help clear out our imbalances in our energy centers. So if you are interested or able, then we have photographs online where you can download as one of the handouts. And as you find a place in your home for meditation, you can see we have a candle in front of the photograph for the light, and usually a beautiful cloth and some flowers for beauty, for fragrance, and also just for respect. So if you're able to meditate and interested, then setting up a space like this is really nice. And you don't actually have to do all of the techniques that we've showed you all the time. It really can be as simple as raising our kundalini like we did together and giving ourselves a bandhan. And in the morning, when we're tired and just waking up, we can face Shri Mataji's photo with our hands open on our lap, whether we're sitting in a chair or, like me, on a pillow or just on the ground. And we can just sit silently and see again, what do I feel inside? Do I feel vibrations flowing? Do I feel calm? Do I feel peaceful? So for just 5 to 10 minutes in the morning before starting your day, it's really great practice to meditate. Or when you come home straight from work or school or being out, again, you can take a few minutes to meditate and just allow this energy to rise and to feel better. So just wanted to share that, and I'll now hand it over to Kerry for a few more announcements.
Thank you, Julia, and thank you, everyone, all the presenters, and I hope everyone enjoyed clearing your right side. So tomorrow we're going to clear our left side. So you'll bring a candle with you to the meditation tomorrow, and also we have a foot soak as usual. So this nice little nifty candle holder here has a little tray at the bottom to catch any wax. We're going to be using the flame of the candle to work on our left side. So we have this interactive program for the Asian countries tomorrow, February 2nd, but it'll be 8 p.m. Sydney time. And it's the same Zoom link as this program. So that's going to be a nice additional workshop for the folks in the Asian countries. So please join us for that. And so program resources, we have something that we want to introduce tonight, which is the mentor program. So you can request a mentor by filling out the form posted in the Zoom chat. And so we also have links in the Zoom chat to join our WhatsApp group, and you'll get daily spiritual messages and course reminders. And so those links to join are in the Zoom chat. And the live session links, recorded sessions, handouts, and everything is on our website. So for the mentors, you'll fill out the form in the Zoom chat. You can sign up now. These are one-to-one sessions that are outside of this regular program, and it's a great supplement to help you in your progress. So we'll start matching you with the mentors next week. And be patient, because it's going to take some time to get everyone matched up, but we'll make sure that everyone who wants a mentor will get matched up with somebody. And who are these mentors? They are friends that will help you and guide you. And it's just a great relationship. It's not formal, but it does take a commitment. You get matched up with a Sahaja Yoga teacher who's been doing this for a long time, and it's really to coach and support and help you to learn how to help yourself and how to, kind of get through some of the clearing that you will experience, and it just is a great way to keep you on track. And it's a buddy, it's a friend who you can turn to with questions. So please do check it out, and again, be patient as we're signing people up. So we have breakout rooms, and to get into a breakout room and meet a Sahaja Yoga teacher, you write to breakout room help in the chat. And then when you have questions, if you have questions now, you can go to the Zoom chat, chat Q&A, write to them, chat Q&A, to ask questions. So those are in the chat. All of those resources are in the chat. And as usual, all the resources that you'll need for the 21 days are also on our website. And try to attend for all 21 days. And if you were new tonight and you enjoyed this, you can join anytime. And we have all the recordings. And please do, if you've benefited from this week of so far that we've had of the 21 days, and you want to share it with other people, please do invite your friends, your neighbors, your family members, and share this bliss with them, because this is just, there's nothing like it, and it's a lifelong journey. So please do. And at this point, I'd like to welcome back our presenters into the main room, and we will take your questions. Hi, Julia, welcome back.
Hello. Sorry you couldn't hear me earlier.
Oh, no, all good. We work with the technology and it works with us. So
that's so true. Spontaneous.
And Hitoshi's back, and we really enjoyed the ice pack treatment. So I hope everybody's floating on ice now, and and all of that heat and exhaustion is all washed away. So at this point, we can take some questions. Or we can start off with, how about let's start off talking about the ice. Like, Julia, do you want to tell us an experience where this ice treatment, you really needed it or it was necessary, and tell us the before and after?
Yeah. I live for this ice treatment. It is up there with what you're going to learn tomorrow for candling. So for me, I struggle with sleeping, and for no reason. I'll be tired and I just can't sleep. And whether it's like 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning, my mind is going sometimes, or I'm just awake and I have no clue why. So in this meditation, I was taught that you can use this ice on the liver, or like Hitoshi said, on the ego, and it helps to cool and reduce the heat, the overactivity of whether it's our mental activity or just maybe we've had a really heavy meal or it's just been rushing at work. And it's crazy because anytime I use the ice pack, anytime I get up and I'm tired but not asleep to go get an ice pack and use it on my liver, I fall asleep within 10 minutes. Like, no joke. So I really, really recommend this ice pack treatment if you have trouble with sleep, because it just does something magical where it takes out the heat and then you fall asleep. So
Awesome, excellent. Hitoshi, do you want to share something with us about maybe an experience you had where, or found ice pack working for you?
Yes. As a profession, I'm working as a psychologist, and I listen to many people, and often, the story is very intense, and it starts echoing in my mind repeatedly. And, just as I said, our Swadhisthana second chakra works just like a computer. So many windows are open sometimes. And then I feel the whole system is slowing down quite a lot because it's out of resource. And in slight panic mood, I think I start trying to save the situation. And often when you get a lot of thoughts, we tend to, at least I tend to manipulate it by thoughts. And that's a vicious circle, obviously. So it's a bit like trying to stop the wildfire by, fueling it. It's impossible. So at one point, I start feeling the physical pain at, around this area, or actually virtually on the liver area. I start feeling strange feeling or pain or heat. And then gradually I start realizing that this is not about the thought, and this is not about controlling the thought even, because by controlling, by thought, we cannot control the thoughts. So I shift to the actual action to use the ice pack. So I start going to the fridge, open the fridge, and then take this and then put it up to this area, on this area, and then I start feeling, oh, this is all about. It's a simple thing, but sometimes it's very difficult to go back to the simplicity. So I think we need to have some physical sign that I need it. And the more I do it, the more I become aware of it. So, so that it can become almost like a prevention. Before I start feeling something strange, I start doing this, and then that's much more easier. So the experience really helped me a lot to be more sensitive to this kind of strange feeling of heat.
Right. It's extraordinary, really, as you explore it, isn't it? That you get a different relationship to thought. You realize that there's so much that big component of it, right? Is to cool things down and all that. To start slowing everything down is about cooling, rather than we have to mentally approach the mental. It can't be approached that way. So great
Yeah,
point.
it's a completely different modality, so that's quite a leap.
It's a different approach, and I hope
Yeah.
everyone can understand how extraordinary this really is. It seems strange to think that an ice pack will help, but it absolutely does, and I hope everybody tries it. So we had a question about these treatments for anxiety or racing thoughts. We use ice, and then they're asking, do we do the reverse on the right side because of being too lethargic, or other slower activity like using hot instead? So the person who asked the question, please come tomorrow to the next session, because that's going to be a different, we're going from right side, left side is going to be about heating up. So stay tuned for that. But as far as like trying to discern whether you're right-sided or left-sided according to your thoughts, it'll be much more simple to go directly to vibrations. Again, people can request a breakout room if you want to jump into a breakout room. So we can get you put together with an instructor. So let me shift the conversation a little bit to, we mentioned attention in the session, and Hitoshi, can you, because you went through a meditation with us where you were saying, let Mother please purify my attention. Can you just touch on a little bit, why do we talk about attention when we're talking about the right side and cooling down the right side? What's happening there?
Okay. Attention is like a frame in our cognitive world. So when we start seeking something, attention is thrown to some target. So it defines the direction of our attention first, and then it becomes the action, mentally or physically. So attention is really like a finder of the camera, and it has a function to discriminate whatever is constructive to us and destructive to us. So we can of course frame the object in our viewer, something which is harmful for us, or something which is completely unessential, and we can somehow burden our whole system. As I said, that there are many windows, and it can really harm our system as a whole. So attention has a power to detoxify the element, something which is anti-life. And it's the function of it is really in line with the function of the liver. If you remember, the function of the liver is to detoxify any toxins which comes into our system biologically. So I think it's quite similar in that sense.
Very interesting, isn't it? How it has its physiological function, but it also has a subtle or spiritual function. Julia, do you want to talk a little bit about it? That reminds me of like, I think all of us have funny stories of how we lost our attention, and I know you always have a funny story to tell. So
Which one?
no, everybody has hundreds of times when they actually, if you giggle at it a little bit, it's fun, but it also shows you, it's almost like something, did anything happen, that said, hey, your attention is off, that brought you back? I always find it funny when that happens.
That's true. So laughing at ourselves, I think, is really important sometimes. Let's see. Let's see a recent, because I think it happens almost every day. So I was, yeah, I was at the having to go grocery shopping. So I was going to Costco, and we all have a love, not so much love relationship with Costco, right? It's so big, it's so massive. And my list was to have everything that I needed in the house. And I hadn't gone there in months. So the list was extensive. And I was rushing to go to this giant shop. For those of you who aren't in the States, I think Costco is everywhere, right?
In
So,
Japan too.
right? Yeah. So I was rushing to go. I double, triple checked my list, and I got in the car and I'm halfway there and I realize I don't have my wallet. So I'm driving without my wallet and I don't have a way to pay for everything. So I start getting frustrated and again, the rushing thing, right? I'm planning, I'm thinking, I'm analyzing, I'm trying to do everything, rushing, and I need to go back to the house to get my wallet. And so I drive the 10, 15 minutes back on the highway. I go inside and I cannot find my wallet anywhere. And I'm just thinking, what is going on? Because again, I'm spiraling because Costco is something I find stressful. My list was extremely long. I had to go pick up my husband pretty quickly afterwards. So everything was building, right? And you can say my attention was in a million places, right? All of the computer screens were totally full. And I really had to stop for a second and think, what's going on? Like, what is the problem here? Because I can't find it. I'm in a rush. I have so much to do. And I was spiraling clearly. And so I put my attention on my Sahasrara and I was like, where did I put that wallet? And the thought is, check your pocket. So, of course, I had already checked my pockets for my coat, but I didn't check the inside pocket of my sweater. And sure enough, there was my wallet, which I had the whole time. So it's probably not a big example, but it happens regularly, right? Where you're just like, come on. If I had just taken 2 minutes to calm down, right, it wouldn't have been a thing.
That
We
reminds
have
me
a
of the story. Can I share one story? That really reminds me of one story that in front of my friend's house, me and a group of my friends were a little bit in panic because my friend seems to have lost the key to enter this house. And we were discussing how we can enter the house, which door can be open or whatever. And then we were saying that maybe we can talk about this to the neighbor so that the neighbor can find some other solution or whatever. And what we found is that the children who was like 4 years old of my friends, they just went to the door and then opened the door and then went inside, and we were like, our jaws were dropping, like what? And we were completely stunned by that simplicity and innocence of the children, that they just don't think and then do everything and then it works. And it seems that my friends forgot to lock the door. So that's the thing.
That's a good one. I am going to just go back to the chat, and there were a couple of questions, and I just want to tell the people who are asking these questions that please come to tomorrow's session. One is about, can I practice meditation lying down? Because I nod off. And we're going to talk about the left side tomorrow. The other one is about the candle for meditation. Does it need to be a lit burning candle, or is an LED or faux candle functioning the same way as a real candle? And we will talk about that tomorrow, but I will just say right now that a real lighted candle, and we'll talk about why, because it's the real element of fire that we're looking for, the real element of water. So, and then there's also people are asking if it's a problem if they're falling asleep during the music sessions as well. So I think this is a theme, by the way, folks. This comes up a lot in the 20, when we do these sessions for 21 days, and in the beginning, there's a lot of clearance. There's a lot of activity on both the right and the left sides of our being. So we're gonna wrap up, but I just wanted to quickly we can ask Julia about the falling asleep business.
Yep.
What do you say to that?
I would say you've probably had a really busy, not just day, but week, month, you name it, right? So it is quite normal in the beginning for us to go from being so overactive during our day to when we sit to meditate, we tend to crash to the left side, which is that sleepiness, that lethargy. And so in some ways, it's okay because it's just your body showing you that you need to rest. And that's another reason why when you set up your own space for meditation, you can meditate in a nice way at a time that might be even more convenient. So, like first thing in the morning, sometimes is a really nice time to meditate because you're fresh, right? That sleepiness thing doesn't happen. And it's the end of the day, it's really great because, like the foot soak we did today, the ice pack that removes all the stuff that we have acquired throughout the day. So it brings us back into balance so that we can have a nice rest. We can have that state of peace. So don't be hard on yourself. It gets better and better as you meditate more and more. That sleepiness reduces. But if you do find it to be something that you're dealing with regularly, you just might need a nap, and that we all do.
And Hitoshi, would you concur that about the right side and what happens when everything stops, the falling asleep business happens?
Yeah, I echo Julia's advice, actually. I think it's a reaction and a quite natural response from the bodies, and we need a rest. And sometimes we do need rest before we meditate, even because we cannot sustain our body. So after 5 minutes of nap, 10 minutes of nap, if we can come back to meditate, it could be more efficient. So I think there are some process which we should allow to ourselves to cleanse out little by little, and we start feeling by our experience, what is the state where we are completely balanced, and our body reminds it, our body remember it, and it reminds it when it's needed. So I think it's a experience.
Great. So I hope that helps for the person who asked that question. And is it a problem was the second part of the question. And I think what we're saying here is whatever you're experiencing, especially in the beginning, it's not a problem. And there's a lot of things happen, take it easy. We're coming into balance and clearing things. Sometimes after years of living in a certain way, go, 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 and what we call right-sided. And so there's some adjusting going on, and things come to equilibrium, and you start to be able to be alert and relaxed at the same time in meditation. So I think that's a great place to end the session. And we are so grateful, Hitoshi, that you were able to join us from
Thank
Japan.
you.
And thank you for your insights, really interesting. And Julia, thank you for joining us from Seattle. And it's always great to hear your stories and go through guided meditations with you. It's wonderful to see you. And so we'll hopefully see you guys again at some other point, and we'll say goodbye. But if anyone would like to join a breakout room at this point, the breakout rooms are still open, so you can avail yourself of joining with a Sahaja Yogi in a breakout room. Just please go to the chat if you'd like to do that now, and write to breakout room help for that. All right, so with that, we'll say good night and everyone have a beautiful sleep after all that nice ice treatment.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.